Wondering how to make your LinkedIn videos go from this to this? If so, you are in the right place because today I'm going to show you exactly how I edit my LinkedIn videos for maximum engagement. I'm Vendy and I'm all about helping coaches and course creators attract the highest quality inbound leads on LinkedIn without the need for cold selling. Now, if you're planning to use LinkedIn in your marketing this year, be sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Have you been seeing videos that look like this in your newsfeed and wondering how do people achieve that effect? If so, I'm about to clarify that mystery for you. The great news is that you do not have to learn how to use a super fancy editing software like Premiere Pro or Final Cut to achieve this very effect. Instead, I'm going to show you my very favorite tool that I used to use for years before I outsourced my video editing when I needed to create super engaging video content on LinkedIn. Before I share the behind the scenes with you, let me first walk you through the top 3 essentials of a successful LinkedIn video. Number 1, have a clear and captivating title at the top of your video. This is designed to tell your audience what your video is going to be about, to get their buy-in and have them stop the scroll and actually pay attention to what you have to say. Number 2, always add subtitles. Now, superstar, research shows that over 85% of videos on social media are played on mute. This is why having subtitles on them is so essential, because you want people to be able to watch your video even if their sound is off. Number 3, keep your videos short and sweet. Now, if you're just getting started with video on LinkedIn, I highly recommend that you keep your videos between 60 to 90 seconds in length. That is enough time for you to get your message across and offer value to your audience, but not too long that they will zone out and just get bored by watching it. So, without any further ado, let's get into the nitty-gritty of LinkedIn video editing. In the description box below, you'll find a link to my very favorite editing software called Descript. And this is exactly what I used before I outsourced my editing to professionals. This means that it is super straightforward and it's really not going to take you a long time to get a hang of it and produce these super beautiful, very well edited videos like this. What I want you to do right now is pause this YouTube video, download Descript on your device, and then come back to me once you're ready to get started. All right, superstar. So once you have Descript open, this is what you should see. And what we want to do is click New and Project in the upper right. And let's just name this project LinkedIn Video Posts. Okay? And click Create Project. Now over here, all you have to do is drag in the video you actually want to edit, or you can select the file, and I'm just going to use this video as an example. So what is happening right now is that Descript is automatically transcribing your video, so you don't have to do that yourself, which is so freaking awesome. And it just might take a couple of minutes for the transcript to be ready, and then we can continue with the editing process, okay? Okay, perfect. So the transcript is now ready, and what we want to do right now is go through the video to see if there are any mistakes we need to fix together, okay? So let's just click play. And this is an old video of mine, so I'm a tad too excited in the video, so, you know, don't make fun of me. Okay, you can actually hear this, so give me a second to fix that, and I'll be back. All right, so this should now be better, and you should be able to hear what is going on.
You need to record a LinkedIn cover story, like right now. Superstar, I have said this about 1,000,000 times.
Now, the first thing you probably noticed here is I'm starting a new sentence. So I want to remove this comma and replace that with a full stop. So I just delete the comma, I add a full stop, and it automatically starts the next line with a capital letter. And then I go about talking about my thing, but what I wanted to show you is that, well, I personally mess up in videos all the time, right? So over here, this bit in the middle is me repeating the same thing. And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? So when I have like a mess up in the middle of the video, all I do is select the whole thing and then I click delete on my keyboard, okay? So I click delete and that automatically deletes that part in the video as well, which is super, super helpful, okay? So that is done over here. And that looks like we have some other things that we should fix. Let's see.
Deal clients, what you do and what's the call to action.
So again, we don't need full stop. What's the call to action? Full stop should be here. So I'm moving this back up. And I think there's some mess ups here again. There's too many please, please, please. I think, let's see.
Please do. Please.
Okay, so yeah, definitely messing it up. So I'm just gonna again select this and I'm gonna click delete on my keyboard and that fixed that, okay? And I think, let's just click play.
Please do not overlook this. There's nothing more powerful than your ideal client being able to.
So over here, then your ideal client, not do client. So if I need to fix a word, you're just gonna highlight that and click correct. And I'm gonna change that to ideal. And then the rest should be kind of okay, right? So again, at the bottom over here, you can see your track and I can zoom it out either with your mouse or with this. And I might just want to trim the beginning and the end of the video where I was setting everything up, right? Perfect. Now, what we want to do is do all the fancy editing stuff. So put the cursor at the beginning of your video. And actually before that, what we want to do is go over here and you're going to see this little thingy pop up and you want to change the orientation for your video to go from landscape to be square. So I'm going to select that and now you see two black boxes appearing, right? So now we can actually play around and do some fun things. So again, place the cursor at the beginning of your transcript. We're going to click the plus button. And then what you want to do is select a rectangle over here. So this rectangle we're going to place at the top of our black box just to make it a bit more fun, okay? And then now what I can also do, I'm going to go to the inspector and I'm going to change the color to be something on the brighter side, for example. Okay, and another thing I like to do, because I really want to have like there to be a separation between this, you know, the block of the rectangle and my video, I like to add a stroke color as well. So automatically it's going to be blue, but I'm going to change that to be white and maybe even increase the width of it to be 55, okay? And then I'm just going to move it up a little bit. So that is now done. So now we want to add another rectangle like that. So we're just going to repeat the process of selecting the rectangle. Actually, it just got placed at the top of the previous one. That always happens. So just move it down to where you want to place it. All right. So I'm going to add it here. So now we already have our rectangles ready. Obviously, you're going to notice that this has been only applied to the beginning of the video. So what we're gonna do with everything later on is that we need to extend it until the very end of the video so it applies across, all right? So I'm going back to over here, putting my cursor here, and now I'm going to add a title. So I'm clicking title, and over here you can see that. So I'm gonna say cover story, or like let's do record your and cover story in a separate line. So I'm going to make this smaller and I'm going to change the color to be just basically something else, to be that, okay? So that is done, and then it's centered, and I might just want to add another title underneath that, and it's going to be record your cover. And I'm going to increase the size for these letters just to make them stand out a bit more. So this is one version of how your title could look. Now, if you want things to stand out even more, what you could do, and what you're going to see me do often, is place a rectangle behind this text. So what I'm going to do is going to click Add, and I'm going to add another rectangle. And you see it got added in the middle of my transcript, so I'm going to have to drag it back at the beginning of the frame. So if that happens, don't worry, just drag it back over here. So this rectangle got placed over here. I don't want to have a stroke color for this, and I want to change the color to be that. And the idea is we're going to place that behind cover story, which means cover story color should be white. And it's going to stand out once we place the rectangle there. Now, obviously, the problem you're going to see right now is that the rectangle is on top of the text. So the way we fix that, we need to click on this clip. And you see, you can click Move Layer Down. So that's what you're going to do. And here we go. You can actually see the text now. So this is what I typically do. And then really the last thing for us left to do is click Add and add fancy captions. So over here at the bottom, you're going to see your captions. Again, we have to drag everything out, obviously, to make sure it's applied across the entire video. So let's do that, all right? So let's move this and deal at the end. Okay, so with the captions, you can do the same thing, right? You might think that, oh, maybe this is too thick, so you could change it to lighter, to a lighter font. We can change the color to be the exact one we have been using above. And I mean, my facial expressions are a bit crazy, but never mind those. But basically, this is exactly how we edit a LinkedIn video and basically make sure it is captivating for your audience. Now, the very last thing that really you want to do is once it's ready, you're going to click File, you're going to click Export, and then you're going to save that as a video. And I typically leave the same dimensions, and you just click Export, and then the job is going to be done, all right? All right, so once your video is exported, you are ready to upload that on LinkedIn. So all you have to do is click Video over here. Then you're going to select that in your files, and our video was over here. And then the last thing left to do is to upload a thumbnail. Now, if you want my help and showing you how to create a super compelling thumbnail that again encourages people to click on your video, be sure you check out the video in the cards above where I did a full tutorial on that. But for now, I'm going to skip the thumbnail section. I'm going to click Done, and then all you have to do is add the copy behind your video. But again, now you have a very, very awesome looking video that is definitely going to stand out in the newsfeed. There you have it. That is how you get your LinkedIn videos to look like this. Now, if you'd like me to be your coach and show you the exact system behind creating content that actually attracts the right clients for your business, make sure you message me on LinkedIn and ask me about the LinkedIn Bootcamp. I would love to help you. If you're interested in learning more about getting in front of your audience on LinkedIn, be sure you also grab my quick start guide to LinkedIn below this video. I would totally appreciate if you could give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, as it truly helps me grow on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you in the next episode.